Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuits. Happy Tarrasquemas, your favorite holiday. We're in the 3.5 Monster Manual, and we're on the Tarrasque. And I have for a long time dreaded this build. So I've got some parts though. It is 14 inches long by 10 inches tall. It will not fit on a traditional 4-inch colossal base. It'll be on a colossal plus base. This is 6.5 inches. These are two little like hobby circles that I've got. I've got a pack of these at Hobby Lobby today to use for a base. And I'm just putting some little clamps on these. And I have two of these wood glued together, and I'm going to let those sit for a while. And then we'll see how those look later. This is a big build, so I have some parts to use. What I've got here is for body. I'm thinking one of these, probably this one. Just because size-wise, I have to do less work to modify it. And then for arms, I got this dirty old Thor. And for spikes, we'll have to improvise as we go. So right off the bat, we know these arms are no good. I'm going to throw that guy on the floor for a minute. So let's take these arms off. And I'm not sure what the inside of this looks like. Okay, so it's cotton. That's what's inside these. I never knew. That's okay. We'll cut those off. Oh, my hands are shaking already. There we go. Okay. We're going to need to shore those up, so I'm going to use some foam for that. I need scissors. Okay, I'm going to kind of round that off a little bit. There we go, like that. And we're going to pull that tight across there and mesh it all down. I've always wondered what was inside of these. I assumed it was some kind of soft foam or something. I didn't realize it was going to be stuffing. I'm a little disappointed. Alright, that'll should hold for now and stay there in place. But in the meantime, let's get some glue and sturdy that up and make sure we have a good hold. Oops. We're going to need more glue. Yeah, I've been dreading this build. I've always wanted a Tarrasque. There was one at the game store up in Robinson in Pittsburgh area that was like a $300 one. I almost bought it, and I was like, how many times do you use the Tarrasque to spend $300 though? Just because I want something out of, greed and coveting something I don't have. That's not a good reason to... That sounded very religious. This is not a religious thing. But, yeah, just because I want something just because I want it. I have kids and a family, and $300, I mean, that's a lot of money to a lot of people. And I just couldn't imagine spending it. So I didn't buy one. So I still really want one. I probably always will, but I just won't spend the money on that. But we're going to make one here, and maybe it'll look good. All right, so we know that the neck in the reference art, I should have just printed a picture of this guy out so I could set it up, is not nearly that long. So we're going to also nip his neck down. Shrink that down. So we're going to, and also I'd like to change the positioning of it some. All right. Man, that is a lot of stuffing. We're going to save that rubber piece. And then we're going to take some of this out so it's not in the way of what we're trying to do. Okay. There's a lot of stuffing. I just said that like 10 times. All right, we're going to readjust that on there, something like that. Okay. And while we're getting that to stay, I should have pre-cut something. We're just going to get a little piece of this to kind of stick there to hold it in place while we're working. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Give me a second. Just be patient with me. It fell. Of course it did. Of freaking course it did. Okay. All right. Let's get this back there. And let's make a piece to hold it in place while we're working. You bastard. There we go. I'm knocking shit down and everything. Trying to get through here. All right. What did I knock down? Oh, my brush. Okay, I think it'll be all right without the brush remnant. Okay, so we got some stuffing here that I didn't want to get out, but it did. Oh, it did. Okay, I think that's going to hold for a minute. I need a cold air gun, just like I had the hot air gun. All right, let's set him down for a minute. And let's look at the reference art again and see where we need. We need spikes for his head still. We need an armor plate for his back. We need the arms. And the arms have to be pretty big. So let's get this dude's arms here. Okay. That was harder than I anticipated. All right, what is going to be the best way to connect these? How hard is this to saw? I know my Dremel isn't charged. Okay. Turn the whole blade around and tighten it back up. There we go. And we'll saw that off. Damn it. All right, that's not going to be easy to do, so I'm going to leave them on. We're going to make it work. We're going to get these hands off, though. Somewhere in there. Get some glue, and we're going to rub it around and get as much contact area as possible. Okay. This would have been better if those cut off. But I know the Dremel's not charged. I'm not even sure where the charger for it is. So that's not going to be helpful in this situation. Okay. All right. Man, I don't even want to work on this thing. All right, for hands for those claws, we're going to take these fingers off of this thing because they look pretty good. better snippers. Bigger snippers, not better snippers. It'd be a lie to say they're better snippers. They're just different snippers. All right. Before we attach anything else to these arms, we're going to want to sturdy those up. And I put that one in kind of a bad spot, so we're just going to pull it down and put it in a new spot closer to where it should be in reference to the other arm. That's all I'm doing. It's okay. And while that one's cooling, let's come over here and strengthen this one up. Let's get underneath here. Get a bead in there to strengthen this up as much as humanly possible. All right. Now this thing's supposed to be 10 inches tall, which I did not check yet. I don't think we're close to 10 inches, honestly. Oh, we're actually pretty close. Okay. Never mind. We're pretty close. And as far as the length goes, I think we're a bit longer still than 14 inches. We're at 16 inches. I think it's going to be okay. To make it go the way it should be, we would have to whack off some serious more parts to it. And I don't know if we want to do that. I think that would put us in a bad spot. So let's wait. And let's look at the head. Focus on that. So we know we can cover up the mistakes of the arms by dragging this shell down or by creating structure there. Where's the picture at? We can fix those arms there. He has this thing on his neck. He has horns. And he has those horns, or spikes and horns. So let's start working on that stuff. Stuff we can control. Okay, we're going to twist these down into a spike the best we can and salvage as many parts off of this as we can to use in construction. So to do that, I'd like to shorten up his face a little bit. I'm not sure if we could pull that off, though. You know what? What's the worst thing that could happen, right? I know I won't say it, but you know there is a lot of stuffing in there. All right, so to shorten up his face, I'm just going to shove that inside there like that, and that inside there like that, and choke it up some. So we can keep some of the natural design of him kind of change the shape of his mouth a little bit. So all I'm doing is trying to clean up some more of these kind of dips and divots that don't need to be part of the build. And even though we probably won't see a lot of this part because it'll be, you know, under the shell maybe, strengthening it up and covering it now won't hurt us at all. Okay. All right, so now that we got his face kind of cleaned out and we can see what we're doing a little better, I'm going to try to mount these spikes on the bottoms of his jaw. And I'm spreading that around, trying to get as much connection area as I can on both of these. Okay, and he's got spikes on his, like, that come out up here above his eyes. I don't know if I want to use, well, I guess we will. We'll use that again. We'll use tinfoil. It's not ideal, but I'm not sure what we could do better with. Those are kind of big. All right, I'm going to do the same thing up here and attach these above the eyes. I'm putting quite a bit of glue on here. I'm going to find where I want to sit. And I'm going to rub it all around to get as much contact area with that glue and the tinfoil as possible. I'm going to twist these into shape how I want them. A lot of glue is going to be the secret here, I'm thinking. And then I'm going to get this and kind of work glue around on his head to hold that in place, make it sturdy. Okay, grab some more glue sticks. Alright, so he has two smaller spikes on his back jaw that come back. We could probably use something else for those. Something plasticky, Let's go in the parts box and look for those smaller spikes. That's kind of a hard plastic. That could work. Oh, man, I'm freaking... This is a lot, guys. This is... I've been nervous about this for quite a while, so this is not a new... For years, I've wanted to make a Tarrasque, and I've always kind of been intimidated by it. But I'm not so intimidated by a toy that I just can't do it, you know what I mean? I might not like it when it's done, and that's one of the main reasons, because how big it is and how much resources I knew it would take, it made me nervous to try to make one, because I don't want to fail so miserably that it doesn't work out. There are spider webs everywhere. Ugh. I'm coated in spider webs. I'll likely not survive an attack of this magnitude with more spiders. All right. Arms are looking pretty sturdy. Let's fill in those gaps we made. Thinking we were going to chop those off. I'm still not real happy with that. Maybe I should have just took the time and sawed those off all the way. I think I would have liked it better. But I didn't, so it is what it is. All right, so to get him shrunk down to the size we need, his legs actually are not good. Let me see what the other guy's legs look like. Could we steal this guy's legs and put them on this dude? I'm not sure if we could really do that. So apparently his legs are more like bent back. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take these off at the knee. Maybe. God. Those are hollow. Holy crap. Now, for all you Americans, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. So in case I end up not making a video tomorrow, which I probably will anyways, I'd like to say early thank you. Thank you for watching. Happy Thanksgiving. Can we use these to get better looking legs? Yes, we can. Yeah, we can do it. I got it. We will lose a little bit of height with that, I'm thinking. But we'll have a better shaped leg, so that kind of works out. We might have to move his arms too after that. We don't know yet. We won't know till we get to that, which will be relatively soon. Oh. We're going to have to nip some of this off. Make it fit. All right, so we're going to need something in here to kind of hold all this. So let's see what we got. Reach into my stick box. Okay, I got some pieces of stick, and we're going to need to get these in here pretty deeply. And then I'm going to get some glue in here. Okay. Just to hold some of that down. Okay. We'll let that cool for a minute. And we're going to need to move these arms up, I see. Twist them forward a little bit. And this might be a good time to try to deal with that problem. A lot of glue is better than not enough glue. All right, now how are these looking? Pretty sturdy. All right, let's try that again. Wait, is that the inside one? No. All right, we're going to have to really, really play with these to get them sturdy. So what I'm doing is my glue gun pooping out on me? Is to get it in place so that he's going to stand up straight. I'm going to do this for now. And then after we kind of get that where we want it, because we want this to, see what I mean? Like so that when he sits on his base, he's flat. That's important. So we'll let that cool for a minute. Let's come over and look at this side and see what we need to do. Well, that is not doing what I want. All right. All right. Let's see, we got to do this side to get this one where we want it to. Okay. We might have to mount him directly to the base now. I don't think my base is dry. All right, if we can get the legs on the base first, how we want them situated. Nice and sturdy like. Then getting him on those legs and fit in place will be easier, is my guess. Okay, so we're going to have to kind of all hands on deck here, use my fat belly and get this kind of connected. And I just had an inspiration and a thought. That I have all this stuffing that we can stick there to add some texture, not texture, some strength here. So and that'll cool and probably be pretty sturdy is my guess. It's very hot. Ow. Will I ever learn my lesson and stop touching super glue and hot glue? Probably not. Oh, I broke his hand off. Trying to twist his arm a little bit. Okay. Now let's come over here and do the same thing on this side. Let's get glue. Some of this crap. Okay, and we'll pull off the excess that's loose. We'll do the same thing. We'll just strengthen that up with that, whatever that crap is, stuffing. Okay. Okay. Let's come around the back here. Do the same shit. One of my employees is sick, so here it is on Tarrasque, Miss. I got to go to work tonight. It's unfortunate, but I like money, and people get sick. So I'll be working Tarrasque, Miss. Okay. Now I'm going to pull these arms back off because now I'm really unhappy with them. And since we're pulling stuff apart, I might as well go all the way, right? Looking for somebody else's arms to sacrifice. And look what we have here. What about this blue Power Rangers arms? They're not really as muscular and thick. But all right. Then we got to get those hands off. Nice. This will do better than what we had for sure. Let's pull some of this extra crap out of here so we can see what we're working on. Okay, so to get these arms on, I'm gonna clean that off. Man, it tired me out. That's hard plastic, dude. All right, where are the claws? Here are the claws. So, claw numero uno. There we go. Much better. This is what I should have done from the start. I just wanted those buff, what is that? Thor arms. But these are still going to work nicely. Set that there to cool. And work on this one. Okay. All right. These arms are going to be much better for our Tarrasque. He is no longer near 10 foot tall. I have leaned him forward way too far, but he's going to be about, at the butt up here, he's going to be about, well, can we bend him back some? No, not really. It's about as tall as we can get, as far back as he can go. We don't want to destroy all the work we've done. Let's see if we can shove some crap in there and tighten this up. Uh-oh, I think we can get some in there. All right, it's taken some changes and some difficulties, but I think we've got an idea of what we want to do here. Maybe. Who knows? Not I. Now, I know in the comments, you guys will have all kind of ideas of how it could have been done differently. I'd like to see them. I'd also like to see your guys' Tarrasques. Everybody has a lot of opinions for me, but nobody's showing me what they're making. Well, you should have done this. Well, let me see how you did it. Show me a picture of what you did. Hop on Discord. Share it with me. Because I am curious, and I am not the best crafter. I'm not a professional. All right, so here's where we are. We're at 40 minutes. We're going to call this a part 1. We got some arms here. Those are going to work. We got a body. It's a little bent forward more than I wanted, but you know what? We're going to make it work. So anyways, thanks for watching. If you like what we're seeing here, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, leave a comment, please. I like those. Join the Discord and show us what you're working on, and share your projects with us. Go to the website, www.dungeon-swag.com, and buy some of our miniatures. We'll see you next time.